What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog, back with my Browns Buccaneers Week 12 recap. And for the first time since Week 1 against the Carolina Panthers, the Cleveland Browns won on a Sunday as they defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a final score of 23-17 in overtime to improve to 4-7 on the season. And of course, Jacoby Brissett goes out with a win. As of course, this week, Deshaun Watson will officially take over the reins as the Browns' #1 quarterback. As of course, we will be getting ready to face off against Deshaun's former team next week. So that should be a fun game. But hey, man, what a way to go out, right? Yeah, he didn't really play his best. 23 of 37, 210 yards, threw only one touchdown, had a pick at the end of the first half, got sacked 4 times because, of course, this guy loves to baby the crap out of the ball. He takes forever to get rid of it sometimes. That's the only knock I really have against him. But I will say this. Most times when there's nothing out there and there's a hole available, this dude's not afraid to take off and run out and at least get a couple yards. That's what he did today. He even forced a penalty on the Buccaneers with his legs. That was pretty good because Devin White shoved him when he was already out of bounds. But he had a rating of 75.3, so overall, not horrible. But Tom Brady, on the other hand, he definitely got his 29 of 43, 246 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. We did get to him 3 times, and he had a rating of 97.6. Now, heading into this game, I was so sure the Buccaneers' rushing attack was going to absolutely destroy us because that's usually what happens, right? We face a garbage running team, and they usually just go off on us because that's usually what happens. Well, 20 carries for 96 yards, that's not necessarily going off, now is it? Most of that was from Rachaad White, who had 14 carries and 64 yards, no touchdowns. So, yeah, we did pretty good against the run. Now, on our end, Nick Chubb went off, 26 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. So now the Browns are 4-0 when they give Chubb 20 or more carries. Yes, that is a stat that people keep track of nowadays. Anthony Schwartz, 1 carry, 31 yards, and a touchdown on that reverse jet sweep. That was pretty clever out of Kevin. I mean, the dude really went into his bag of tricks to get that one. Well executed, good blocking downfield. Love to see it. That was only his 2nd touchdown as a pro, believe it or not. And he's been in the league a couple years now. Brissett had 2 for 27, and Hunt had 5 for 15 on the ground. So not really too much there other than Chubb. Now through the air, yeah, we did pretty good. Amari Cooper, 7 receptions, 94 yards. David Njoku, 5 receptions, 29 yards, and probably the sickest touchdown catch of the year. The dude essentially pulled an Odell Beckham in the back of the end zone. Do or die play. 4th down in the red zone. Game on the line. And Njoku makes one hell of a catch. Saves the game. And of course, we win in overtime because Nick Chubb is an absolute beast. But also because Amari Cooper is him. He's him. Had a huge catch and run that put us deep in Buccaneer territory at, I believe, the 2-yard line. And it only took us, 2 runs to get the ball in the end zone. And to mention, the Bucs, I believe, were offsides on the scoring play. So even if Chubb didn't score, we would have probably scored the very next play because I believe we would have had the ball at the 1 or something. But yeah, Njoku looked good. Bell had 4 for 23. Schwartz had 1 for 17. Chubb 1 for 16. Peoples-Jones 2 for 16. Bryant had 2 catches for 9 yards. It's funny how ever since that drop he had in the end zone last week, he's essentially been catching everything. Yeah, he had 2 targets, 2 catches for 9 yards today. Kareem had 1 for 6 too. So too bad from the receivers today. Now on the Bucs side, Chris Godwin got his 12 receptions, 110 yards, 1 touchdown because the dude is an absolute monster. Rachaad White had 9 for 45. Julio Jones 3 for 40. Evans 2 for 31. Emerson did a really good job against Evans today. Of course, a lot of the throws towards Evans were kind of overthrown, but that just goes to show you how good of a coverage that Emerson had Emerson is really, really good. He's been able to keep up with a lot of the receivers he's been covering this year. I've been very impressed with Emerson. Not even gonna lie there. I know he's had a pretty good a couple of days. Mississippi State won the Egg Bowl, and now he helps the Browns win today. They love to see it, right? But yeah, Braid had 2 for 15. Cole Cleft had 1 for 5 on a touchdown. Perryman only had 1 target, did not catch a thing. Look at how our defense did. Had 3 sacks, 1.5 of which from Myles Garrett, 1 sack from Jordan Elliott, and a half a sack from Jadeveon Clowney. Okay, cool. And then, of course, the Bucks had 4 sacks, half a sacks from Devin White, Keanu Neal, Carl Nassib, Logan Hall, and then they had a sack apiece from Anthony Nelson and Raheem Nunez Roches. So overall, we were pretty much able to keep Brissett clean for the most part. They did get pressure on him, but we did a pretty good job against that. But yeah, man, we got a pretty big win, and now we get to, get ready for Deshaun Watson to take over. Now, I'm not going to, I'm not going to put out insane expectations for Watson in his first start in pretty much 2 years. He's probably going to be rusty, might be ugly, but who knows? Maybe he shows out against his old team, goes absolutely berserk, throws like 4 touchdowns and just loses his mind and just goes God mode. But yeah, people have actually been saying, could the Browns possibly run the table and go 10-7? I mean, it's possible. You look at the remaining schedule, we have 3 divisional games. In fact, of course, we beat the Steelers and the Bungles. And then we have the Ravens, who we honestly could have beaten. And then non-divisional games, we have the Texans, of course, next week. We have the Commanders and the Saints. So, yeah, all 6 games are very winnable. Because the Browns are probably going to go 3-3 or 4-2. Because that's what we do. But who knows? But I'm just going to focus on the Texans now. So hopefully we can get on a winning streak and really get going with Deshaun now. This is going to be fun. Can't believe it's already week 13 coming up. That's freaking crazy, That really does fly. No, people aren't lying when they say the season flies by, because it honestly feels like Deshaun just got suspended, and here it is, already week 13, and Deshaun's coming back this week. You can't freaking wait. And I know you can't either. But guess what, everybody? Victory Monday tomorrow. For the first time since week 1. Get to do a Victory Monday live stream tomorrow. How about that, huh? But yeah, that'll be fun. We'll talk about this game and everything, and we'll probably just, talk about Deshaun Watson's impending return. I can't freaking wait, man. It feels good to win, And I'll be honest with you guys. There was times, especially during overtime, where I thought we were going to lose because we're facing Tom Brady. We know how he is, And at the end, I was thinking, all right, the Browns are either going to win or we're going to tie. But you know what? We're 4-7. We're not 3-7-1. And that feels damn good to say, man. We freaking won. We're not watching this week. And it feels good. Yeah. Tired of watching that damn moon. If you follow the sports sphere, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow night for my Victory Monday live stream. It's going to be fun. Of course, I'll be doing a Cavs stream this week, maybe 2, we'll see. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. Big dub, let's go. Now it's Deshaun Watson season, baby. Got to give a shout out to Jacoby Brissett because he really held it down during these first 11 games. And now Deshaun can take over, and we'll see where we end up. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Man, this feels good. Don't it? But I'll see you tomorrow night. Go Browns! And I'm out. Bye-bye.